Got ourselves Team 2 together with Steroid as an elemental shaman. I gotta get myself that Ghost Wolf form, man. I haven't gotten that one at all. Gonna be a bit of a rematch between the two. Light Lasso by Steroid versus Archie. We're trying to go for a bit of a Sunder with the Capacitor Totem. Got himself a Sky Fury. Don't know who Sky Fury is. Both of them got each other trapped up, and the Static Totem can't go anywhere whatsoever. As Steroid tried to pop himself a big defensive, as Archie no longer has a Trinket anymore. Still holding on to big defensive heal with the Guardian of Ancient Spirits, as well as the Wall, together with the Astral Shift. Still has a ways to at least deal with the damage. Ascend for Steroid, trying to see if he can knock Archie back. Definitely needs to go for a little bit of healing. Got himself the Spirit Walker's Grace, which gives him immunity to interrupts for a short moment, so at least he can get himself a couple of crucial heals back to back. Archie just trying to see if he can lock him down. Big Ascendance for Archie, but the Frost are going to separate the two, but the wind strikes while in Ascendance ignore range whatsoever. Sky Fury down, I think, for Steroid. Big Ellie Blaster follow. May potentially have something here versus Archie. Got himself a massive Earth Shock. It's going to be Static Totem. I don't know by which Shaman, one of them. Stun Totem by both of them, actually. Capacitor for Capacitor. It's going to be Archie get out of the stun slightly earlier. Steroid still under pressure. Big leap towards Steroid, but can't break away from the Static Totem. Ellie Blast right after. Steroid is under a ton of pressure, but Archie got Ghostos chasing after the man. The Ellie Shaman may be under in trouble. Sunder to follow, just kind of stumbled, and oh my goodness, Archie just strikes him right in the back. So does the man running for cover exposed. Gonna be a DMZA. Charge it out. Look at old gorgeous. What is this man right here? Oh my god, he is fabulous. What do you call this Mog man? A battle maiden, I guess? Prom night, maybe? Gonna be DMZA. Taking a lot of damage from the Ascendance. Parry up with the Reflect, even though with the fabulous Mog is still maybe under pressure versus Archie. Trying to see if he can back up for a second, maybe strike down the Totem. Got himself the Cleave. Big LA Blast by the Enhancement Shaman as DMZA closes the gap, but getting another Ascendance, letting Archie rip right through the Warrior. Mad LA Blast. Oh my god! With another Warrior charging right back at you. Can Archie go 2 for 2 with double Warrior off of an Elemental Shaman? Can he survive this? Is going to be Reflect up. I think the man's just playing super defensive. I think he may be drained. Trying to get himself a bit of a Maelstrom. Trying to go for a heal, but a big X can go slamming down on the guy. Just doesn't let him play the game. With Sham going to be up next. Going from one into the next like that though is rough, especially when you got no cooldowns. Trying to see if he can establish himself some threat versus Sham target. I'm so full bloodless. Heroes are man, they're ready. But the man got himself a parry, so he's got a lot of defense. He can actually bypass a lot of the offensive, but counter it defensively. Warbreaker, Sham may be in a bit of trouble. Defense is shattered. His bumper taking a lot of damage of his own. Actually could maybe turn around on the Warrior. Got himself a little bit of healing. Trying to go for the big executes. Is it going to be another charge? Going to be Lasso. No way to break out of it unless he goes for a Trinket. He can't Trinket right now. Oh my god, the Lasso. Oh, why would you do that to that man like that? Lucy going to be up next. Got himself a full stun onto Sham. Trying to go for a big ol' I-beam. Cleave, does he catch up to him? Sham needs to find a way to just break away from Demon Hunter right now. He needs to maybe root him down, something, anything, because Luso just got a lot of pressure for this guy. Stun onto Sham. Does get knocked back on his Blade Dance. It's going to be a Sigil of Fear, which could potentially let Lucio set up a big burst go. Got himself a massive hunt onto Sham. Off of that big charge versus the Sham charge. Big Blaster. Oh, Dust Slam down on him. I think he got the Fear that will also makes the enemy more vulnerable to damage once they get hit by the Fear Sigil after coming out of the Fear or while in the Sigil. I think it's after coming out of the Sigil. They take like 20% more damage from you. So if you're trying to play for like an all-in burst go as a Demon Hunter, it's pretty good. Mortal Coil does get to evaded as he goes in for that Vengeful Retreat. Playing the PvP talent where Vengeful Retreat gives you DR, damage reduction, and immunity to CC for just a moment. Maybe in a bad spot though, against us a lot of demons. May have to go for full-on immunity. I think Netherwalk may be the play here. Luso may want to have to look out for his own Hellbar. Could be in trouble. Oh, the Pit Lord comes right out of nowhere, swinging by, getting one good hit in your back, and there's nothing he can do. That Pit Lord does a lot of damage. Pav gonna be next. Got himself a full binding shot onto Facile as the man got himself. This is blinking all over the place. It's really hard to track you. Stun back onto Facile. Pav gets hit with an axe toss. Pav trying to see if he can kill shot the man down. Can he do it? He just needs one more global. Mortal Coil running him in the other direction. Does not have a way to break out of Facile with mobility. Gonna be a big kill shot as Pav does commit some damage. With Blee gonna be up next. Looks like he wants to give the man a bit of an honor duel. Trying to give, or somewhat of an honor duel. Letting the guy go regenerating. Anybody that gives people the honor duel is a winner in my book, whether you win or lose the duel, because there's going to be big old bites of man one either way. The honor duel, at least let Pav recover health fully, let the regenerate go through it, do not try to stump him or nothing. Got 4 boys on each team. Not much of a 5v5. Maybe we could get a battle rest for somebody. I don't know, to make a 5v5. Athman on that team. We got Kobe Boy on that team with an incarnation. Gonna be a stun onto one alpaca lasso. Immediately forced a trick out of him as alpaca, trying to see if he can maybe turn the damage around. Gonna be big Earth Elemental, but maybe in a little trouble. Corby just running over the boy. That is so unfortunate. Just popping off full damage. Big Blade just keeps shredding it. Shadow Priest is gonna be up next. I feel like Shadow Priest should be in a much better position than they used to be against Feral Druids, right? Just the survivability, the crowd control, the damage, the burst you can do. I imagine is a lot stronger than before. Full deaths are up on Kobe. Big damage to follow. Actually, mad burst right after. Kobe actually maybe in a bit of trouble. Does power Barskin with a stun to follow. And maybe Krusty has him. If he goes for a silence, could be really deadly for Kobe. Does go for a channel. That's going to be a quick interrupt on Kobe, but putting himself back out in the open. Fear available for Shadow Priest in case he needs to. Just burst really early on just so he doesn't take that much damage. But looks like Krusty is just trying to see if he can hang back. Trying to coax Kobe away from the pillar. Maim has got himself the trinket, able to get himself full damage versus Kobe. Maybe a stun to follow, does go for a full stun, maybe a silence right after. Oh, does end up taking down the Feral Druid. That was a rough one, man. Shadow Priest versus Feral went into a 30% dampener 6 minutes into this duel. Can Kwasi bring it back for his team? Athman is going to be up next. Trying to pay respects for Kobe. Kobe did pretty good too, man. I mean, his full opener on the Shaman was brutal, and he had a really good go between him and Krusty. Krusty out in the open, Kobe playing that pillar, and at some point they kind of got to figure out like, okay, well, who's gonna end up making the concessions here? And Kobe, I feel like you have to make a risk, man. You have to take risks, because otherwise Krusty is going to be out in the open, and he's just in the same spot. You have to get in there, maybe get an interrupt. I feel like maybe if we've gotten like an interrupt on a Shadow rather than Holy, that might have been maybe a little strong. But with how much Instacast Shadow Priest got, it's insane. Athman just walks in, smiting down the Shadow Apparition entirely, with Trank going to be up next. Full bleeds at Athman, immediately bubbles it, taking the momentum of Wings, trying to see if he can blast out Trank, and Trank just using the mobility, kind of the same as Kobe, just to bail himself out of there. Athman taking a bit of damage right now, may have to go for a Blessing of Protection here kind of early. Let's see out for Barons. This is where Trank could maybe end the game right now. If there's still for Barons, big layer in hands, that might have been a mistake for Athman. It's still not enough full. He may still just die here. Oh, and Trank does end up bleeding him out. Blessing of Protection, in hindsight, would have been a better play. But when you're in the moment like that, yeah, it's rough, man. Tags are going to be up next, dotting up Trank fully. He's trying to see if he can hit him with a Drain Soul. I don't know if he got a proc from him or not, but he's definitely trying to see if he can execute him. Priest, by the way, James did really good, man. Hell yeah. Trank does get a stun on Taxi. I feel like this is where you want to commit as much dot damage as you can onto the Warlock. At this point, I don't really know how much recovery you can really do. Trying to go for the interrupt, but it's going to be a full drain for Taxi. Got himself the Soul Burn drain as well, so he can get himself a lot of healing out of this one. Another drain to fall. I think it may be over. That's probably over. Does get quite a bit of damage on Taxi though. Full blades are up and everything. If maybe Pumper just goes in, maybe he can take advantage of the rod that's taking down Taxi little by little, whittle him away. Mortal Coil immediately trick inside of it. Reflect up as the Soul Rod comes out. It's going to reflect that back to him. But it's going to be a Pumper apparently trying to go for an interrupt on Taxi. Don't know if he's able to get much of it. Oh, not much you can do there. When you just caught super low with a warrior behind you with a big old execute, there's nothing you can do. Bumper doesn't have much to work with. He needs to go for a fear on that big old Pit Lord immediately. Whenever Pit Lord comes out, he needs to definitely use a fear. Parry up, Pit Lord is up, Mortal Coil, definitely needs to fear all these pets if he wants to have a chance of surviving. Definitely needs to heal right now. Anything you got, please start to follow all the pets around him. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a rough one. Nothing you can do there. And everybody got a chance to play. Well done, well done. Hell yeah. Alrighty, boys.